Good morning, internet. I said good morning. Dang. What a... Can I restart?
No.
You saw how fast?
Dude.
You heard my voice go from like there to like, I said good morning.
Internet?
I mean, because, some people might not be listening to this in the morning.
Hey, man.
And that's not even what I wanted to say. That's the worst part. So, hey, good. I meant to say happy Monday, and then my brain got crossed up because I was like, I can't say Monday because somebody could be listening to it at a different day.
That's very true. That is so true, man.
my
There's 7 days
brain-
to choose from.
My brain kind of just was like, no. It took a second and just was it flatlined hard. But yeah, good day,
Good day.
What is that from the Hobbit that like
Good morning.
Oh, he does say good morning. Yep. Is it a morning to be good on? Anyways, happy whatever day it is you're listening to this, you know what I'm saying? At whatever time.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving. This is going to happen. This is the episode before Thanksgiving. So, happy Thanksgiving. Welcome to 2 Degrees of Separation, episode 11.
We're getting up there.
Yeah, this is crazy. We are your hosts. I'm Eli.
I'm Jacob.
And I'm rolling with it this time. So, we have a slew of things. We actually have a lot to talk about this week, and whether or not we get through everything, we'll find out. But I just saw this right before we started recording.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. Let's get raw.
Let's get right into the news.
Yes. So, I just read this on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. So Business Insider tweeted this. It was 14 hours ago, so it was in the past day. That apparently starting next year, you can buy a Hyundai off of Amazon.
Bet! Dude.
You can buy a car.
Dude, are you seeing those new electric Hyundais they're making?
They're fire.
Hyundai? I don't know how to say it. How do you say it? Does anybody know?
Hyundai.
Does anybody know?
Hyundai.
Hyundai.
Yeah, it's Hyundai.
Is it Hyundai? There's a Y.
Yeah, so?
Hey.
There's also, if you're speaking Spanish, there's a J in jalapeno, but you don't say it.
You make a good point.
Valid argument. Yeah, so I just wanted to start it off with that, dude. Next year, you can buy, obviously you can buy cars on the internet as it is right now, okay? In the state of the world, you can go to Carvana and buy a car. You can have cars delivered to you through a slew of other things. But guess what? Starting in 2024, we're advertising Amazon, because why not? You can buy your first Hyundai from Amazon.
Worth it. Probably going to be, an arm and a leg times 5, but...
And who's going to deliver it to you? Who delivers it?
Better be Amazon, that's for sure.
Well, I know Amazon has semi-trucks, obviously, but I didn't know
Maybe they'll
Amazon
do, yeah. Maybe
they
they'll
don't
do
have car carriers.
Yeah, car carrying, shipping.
Yeah. So that was very, seeing that was welcome to the future, everybody.
Have you seen the new electric, Hyundai cars?
Yeah.
Dude, there's a new one that I don't even think has come out yet, and I want it so bad.
Are you talking about the classic one they're bringing back? It is. It's an older model of a car.
I think, yeah.
And it's fire.
Dude, all the lights are just individual squares.
Yes, yeah, all right, so we're talking about the same car then. I can't remember what it's called. I can't
either.
It's an old vehicle that is it Hyundai that's doing that or Honda?
Oh, you know what?
They both start with H's. It's over.
I think it's Honda.
After all that, I think it's Honda. But yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. Very cuz Amazon, you know?
Shout out to those box tapers.
You can watch movies. You can order stuff. You can listen to music. You can get
not pay for shipping. Get it in 2 days.
No, it doesn't say get it in 2 days. It will ship in 2 days, sir.
You know,
he says what? Yeah. So very interesting. I thought it was just a good way to start the podcast because I just saw it and thought it was. Dear God.
Can't wait to spend all that money the economy is losing on a car next year.
It's fine. Actually, I do believe, call me whatever you want, but my next car, which I mean is not going to be anytime soon by any means, I want an electric car. I've wanted an electric car for a while. And like 2 of my friends, have we said, I don't know. Guess what? I'm throwing it out there. Brad. He has a Tesla.
No.
Yeah, you didn't know that? He has a Tesla.
Did he get another one?
Yeah, he got rid of the Prius and got it. Listen to this. All right, listen to this. Listen to this chain of events here. Okay. Jacob and I, we have a friend, Brad. I mean, Jack's your friend too.
I mean,
so yeah, well, yeah.
It was just kind of forced between.
Yeah, you grew up around us, so
yeah.
And if there were a moment you were near him, like where he lives,
Jack's got my
he
back.
would hang out with you. So, all right, our 2 friends, Jack and Brad. Brad bought a Tesla. For some reason, don't know why, this man bought a Prius. He was like, nope.
Saving the economy. 1 Prius at a time.
1 Prius at a time. Bought a Prius. And then the next thing I know, he came to visit, and he pulls up in a Tesla again. I was like, dude, what happened? He goes, I don't know. I just wanted a Tesla again. Okay, all right, got it.
Dude.
Okay, got it. He had a Tesla. My friend Jack, on the other hand, he had a Prius. All right. And then next thing I know, I was like, I was talking to him and I was like, yo, did you know Brad got a Tesla again? He's like, dude, that's crazy. So did I. I was like, of course.
Dude.
Why wouldn't you?
I want a Tesla so bad. Model 3 is the entry Tesla. Get one.
You can get it at like 30,000 now.
You can get it. You can get a discount too. You can get so much money cut off of that.
But where I was going with this is that electric cars, like across the board, are becoming very affordable, which is really cool. Like whatever your take is on it, I think it's wild. You can't tell me, like, you can be a car junkie, okay, and you can't tell me it is not bananas. So the Model 3, the Plaid, it is the fastest accelerating car in the world.
I know, and it doesn't make a sound.
I've been saying this for years. I want a car, like, I don't like loud cars. That's not my cup of tea. I think it sounds dumb. Well, like, all right, if you have a muscle car and it's got that low rumble type,
you don't like
that's
a straight pipe on a car?
Stop.
Come on.
But I want a car that's fast that you can't even hear. That to me is much more of a flex than having a Charger with a crazy muffler on.
Oh yeah,
dude,
being able to just destroy somebody in a race without making a sound.
I think that's wild. So I mean, you can say what you want about electric cars. It would be. I'm sorry. A Charger is not gonna beat
I
Plaid
saw
in a race. It's not.
Race a crotch rocket, and it
it's
won.
Not happening. Yeah, and crotch rockets. I mean, you talking those things zoom.
Oh yeah,
and but so electric cars, they're coming a long way. I'm really excited. Even the Mustang. Did you see the electric Mustang?
No.
It looks like an SUV. It doesn't look like a Mustang.
They made an SUV version. It's not called the Mustang though, is it?
Yeah, 100%. It's
Is it?
literally got the horse logo on the front. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my, wait, what am I saying? Yes. Somebody in our hometown literally test drove one and it was like filled with computers.
Yeah, that's tight. That thing looks really cool. I like it a lot. And I one of the biggest things for me in cars is the front of the car. When it comes to like actually looking at a car, the front of it plays a very big impression on me. So,
Boxy around.
well, not even that because like older cars, like you talking the old Camaros, the old Chevelles, the Impala,
The
the old
Model T from 1919.
stop. I like the boxy front on those cars. Modern day cars with a boxy front, pass.
No,
I
because
don't
they
like
got
them.
like a swoop on the front and then they go boxy. It's ugly. I don't like it.
Cars
I
that
don't
I
like it.
thoroughly enjoy, but I do not like the front of BMWs.
Ah,
I
eh.
don't I have always had this thing against the double like grill. I don't like that. And then they came out with like the new models of BMWs and it just looks like big buck teeth on the stop, dude. No.
But the M30,
The what?
the E3 M30,
I don't even know what that is.
you know the BMW that oh shoot. You know
Yeah, I do. Yeah, for sure.
Tyler
That
drives a
yeah.
white BMW. That is the E3 M30. I'm pretty sure the M30 was also on the cover of Nostalgia Ultra. Is that what it's called?
Oh, yeah, yes, I do. Yeah, Frank's album.
That
Yeah.
orange
Yeah,
car? I
that's
like
tight.
that car.
I'll take that one.
I'm
I'll
pretty
take that
sure
one.
that's what it is.
That's tight. I like that. But that's like very to me that car screams 1980s.
Yeah, but it's sick.
It is. And one thing I'm kind of warming up to the more that I see it is certain cars with pop-up lights, the pop-up headlights.
Dude, they grew
certain
on
cars
me.
are kind of tight.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I had a strong disdain for them for the longest time, and as of like recently, I'm like, yeah,
I
that's
own a
cool.
Firebird.
I don't even.
Pretty
Let's
sure
be
they
real
had
for a
those
second.
lights.
I don't even know how we ended up on this topic.
I don't either. We're not
We're
car
talking about
people.
car.
We're not car people.
Well, I am to a degree due to the industry that I'm in, and
Yeah.
I did one of my bosses. I have two bosses. All right, one of them, he just recently bought a 1971 or 71 or 72 Dodge Demon, and I got to drive that, and it was
Oh,
absolutely
brother.
bananas. Bananas, all right. Wild being able and this thing is like in great condition. It's really cool. And then
That
my
was the
other
one you had
boss,
your photo taken in?
yeah.
Yeah, dude.
And then my other boss, he just recently bought a, I don't know the year. It's between 65 and 69. It was a Camaro. And
Oh.
brethren. This thing looks bananas.
What
and
happened, dude? What happened?
to cars?
What happened?
I like, I mean, there's modern day cars I like, but
Nah, there's no classic car. There's no classic car beyond like 95.
I was gonna say, oh boy, I wouldn't even go that far.
Yeah, honestly, you're right. Beyond like
my
dude, I don't even know. Before I was around, you were around even before you were around.
Yeah. Like my range for cars, I would say like would be, I mean, there's modern day cars I do thoroughly like. But I think my favorite range of cars is between like the 19 like 50s to like I'd say 75 is probably my cutoff point. Would probably be 75. That era of cars is wild. Like they just look unreal.
They were the cars of the future that never actually stuck around.
I have a crazy thing that I found out. This was like a couple weeks ago. Because there's the people I deal with, tons of them own classic cars. So we talk about classic cars all the time. And one guy informed me, I believe it was 1965, if I remember correctly. In 1965, that is the year in which the Mustang was released. Okay, 1965. But the window in which it came out, all right. I didn't even know this was a possible thing, and it may be the only car to have ever had this happen.
What happened?
So this is the first Mustang.
I'm so intrigued. What happened?
So you know when a car, like, all right, so like let's say a car comes out this year, it's gonna be a 2024 model, right?
Yes, sir.
So Ford was like they needed this car to come out. They needed it to come out, all right? And in which the window that the car was released in the build time of the car, it wasn't in the time frame to be considered a 1964 because it was too late. And it was too early to be considered a 1965. So there is a handful of these cars that came out. The first release of the Mustang, it is literally, you can, on the title, it is a 1964 and a half. Isn't that wild?
That's crazy.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
I just looked up how much one of those cost when it came out.
Oh, good luck. Oh, you're saying when it came out? Oh,
less than
$300.
Less than $3,000.
Yeah, that's wild. I mean, inflation, but still,
killer.
Yeah,
and it was probably made of steel.
100%, without a doubt. You could get hit by a train and survive.
Dude, I don't know. I saw a video of somebody get hit by a train. Evaporated. Evaporated.
Of course, dude. What?
I don't even know how I saw it. I think I was on Twitter. It's always Twitter.
Indeed.
It's always Twitter.
It is. And
evaporated, dude.
So
it was like a boomer in Left 4 Dead.
Oh, goodness.
Anyways.
But that was one of the topics that we wanted to talk about, was like our use of social media. And like a prime example for me is I try to do my best to post across the different platforms for the podcast, and I'm doing a terrible job at it. But I'm trying.
You and me both.
Trying, and I have never been one, even when I was like streaming, I was never really a person to post on social media. Every once in a blue moon, like every couple of months, I would post. So me, I feel like I'm, I just doom scroll the internet. That's that's what I do.
And I do that now.
You ever do this thing where it's like, you'll, like, let's say you'll be scrolling through like Instagram, all right?
Oh no. I feel like I know where this is going.
No. It's nothing crazy, but like you'll be scrolling through Instagram and then all of a sudden you're just like, all right, I'm over it, bored. And then you'll switch to like Twitter. And then within seconds you're like, all right, I'm over it. And you go straight back to Instagram and you keep doing this like flip flop. And I've done it where I was scrolling through Instagram, I'd close it and I'd
reopen
it. Like, I'd go to my app drawer and I'd reopen it. Like,
dude, yo, you're not the
what
only
am
one.
I doing? That's the fact that I know that I'm doing that is so dumb. Why am I doing this?
It's a habit, dude.
I don't like social media. I mean, like, obviously it has.
It was way better like 6 years ago.
All right. We talked about this a while back, you and I, and this was like pre-podcast. Or it was like when we were talking about the idea of doing it.
Yeah, I was going to say it was probably over the summer.
Yeah, and oh my goodness. Wait. It's only been 2 months. Right? Yeah. Oh my goodness, it's almost been 3 months since we've started this. Wow.
Heck yeah, man.
So, Yeah, my first use of social media was obviously it was MySpace. At least for me.
Same.
Okay. In MySpace, like I want to say so bad that MySpace was just like popping. Like they had some cool stuff you could do, don't get me wrong. Um like you could edit the background of your page. You could put like videos on your page.
MySpace back then reminded me of exactly what YouTube was, just without videos.
Listen, Linda, that's what I was about to say. Because,
Dude.
like, you remember the old YouTube
You
layout
could,
where,
yeah,
like,
make your whole
you could have
background.
banners.
Yeah.
You had banners on the side, and even at the top, like, you could make a crazy looking YouTube channel. And
People
that
would
was
like
that was
list people too
yeah.
on their YouTube channels. Like FaZe back in the day would have all of their members on the,
Oh,
the column on the
yes.
side, dude.
Yeah, now you got to go to like the about page,
Dude,
and they're like,
video
oh yeah, here's some channels.
responses on YouTube
Yeah, you could respond
equals
to people.
3.
Yeah,
What
that shit was
happened?
wild.
What happened?
But like I so wanted to go into this saying like MySpace was like so that was it. But now I'm like thinking about it like in what? All right. What was MySpace good for?
Having. Just to have.
That was it.
Just to
That
have.
was
That was
that
it.
was it.
Add me on MySpace. Cool. Text me later.
Cool. That's it, right? Yeah. Like you could have just texted that person in the first place.
Yeah, man.
Like
MySpace,
yeah, no, so MySpace.
it's like Tumblr. What's the
It
point of
wasn't it.
Tumblr?
At this point, I don't know. And then at this point, I don't know if you can go back and look at like I tried not long ago, a couple months back, looking up my MySpace stuff, and I couldn't find it.
No, dude.
And I know when I first made my MySpace, I was really young. I was in my teens and my early teens, and at that point in time, I couldn't remember passwords to save my life, so I was making a new email and a new MySpace like all the time. There's probably like 6 of them out there for sure.
Awful.
It's so bad. But I remember the switch to Facebook and Facebook coming out, and I dreaded Facebook. I still just dread Facebook. When I open Facebook today, it's like it is the weirdest thing because it's to me like the way Facebook makes me feel when I open my Facebook. It's like a blast from the past.
Yeah, it's like walking
into
the past. I was just thinking that.
I just see all these people like that I grew up with and
Ew.
seeing that a lot of them are still in our hometown, and I'm just like,
ew.
You know, it just makes
I'm gonna get off Facebook.
I'm off Facebook now.
I haven't been on Facebook in a while, and I probably should see if anyone's messaged me.
It's just for me,
Probably
it's a time
not.
capsule. That's it. That's all it is.
Yeah, it's never go on it.
Wild.
Ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Facebook.
And when I do, it's like, man, what am I doing on Facebook?
Yeah, exactly. That's like what I say to myself. I'll open it for like dead serious 2 minutes, and I'm like, I'm over it. Like, pass, you know?
Yeah.
But no, I don't know. The whole idea was like how is social media today versus how it was back then. Realistically, today it obviously has more functionality to it. Like,
dude, way more.
On X now, you can look for a job.
You can make money from your tweets.
You can make money from it's not a tweet. Sir.
What is it? A post?
Yup.
Is it 1717?
1717.
I'm not handling the post anymore, bro.
My brain, when you said that, I was like, 1717. What do you mean? Am I missing something? And I was like, oh, he means the year. Like, you handed me a piece of parchment, okay?
Dude. Yeah.
Let's get rid of social media. Well, let's just go back to letters.
We might as well at this point.
Let's all
Wouldn't
just
have to
like
see so many people complaining all the time.
we'll just buy ad space in newspapers to post our depressive thoughts, you know?
You know, that's what's changed with, I think, social media the most, is that everybody is on it now, so you see everybody's opinion. Whereas
Oh
back
yeah,
in
I
the
mean, of
day,
course.
it was just the youth for a long period of time.
Oh yeah, boomers were not a part of it.
And it
I'm
was
calling you
just
boomers.
memes.
It was memes and it was great.
It was fantastic. And then
My
like 2016, everybody went to social media. Everybody had
when
adopted
became
Facebook at
big.
that point.
Yeah.
And then they were like, ooh, Instagram is now a part of Facebook. And from there, it was just downhill.
So I remember basically at this point in time nobody I knew was using Twitter. It was not a thing, okay?
Twitter used
And
to have
this is
stars, favorites.
yeah, they did, right?
Favorites?
And I remember yeah, it was like one of the first people. Like this is before I got into like the gaming scene on the internet, you know?
Yeah.
And I remember I made a Twitter and I had no idea what Twitter was used for. And this is embarrassing. All right. And I just like the way I've at that point in time that I heard people describe how Twitter functioned was like, they were like, yeah, there's just a bunch of famous people on Twitter. So like you can talk to them on the internet. All right, cool. Little 13-year-old me made a Twitter. All right. And you want to know what my first tweet was?
Oh, no. Where are the famous people at?
Nah. I atted myself.
Ha!
Hold the phone. I atted myself and said, all right, let's just, for example.
Guess I'm famous now.
No. I said Elijah, so like, or whatever my at was at that point in time. I don't remember. It was probably causing Keel at that point
Dude,
in time.
I bet it was. Dude.
And it was me. So Elijah wants to talk to John Mayer. That's so cringy.
Dude, insert the fabled death sound.
It was, I had no idea how Twitter worked. But guess what? My love for John Mayer still exists.
I still want to talk to John Mayer.
I still want to talk to John Mayer. All right. Wild. Yeah, that's
You gotta quote tweet that and just at him.
I don't even know if I don't think I have the same Twitter at this point. So
that's a shame.
It is a shame. It would be hilarious to look back on. Like that would be hilarious.
I've had the same
How
Twitter
embarrassing.
for 11 years.
Wow. Yeah, see, I know mine. I do not have my original Twitter because I think this Twitter, I think I just passed either my 9th or 10th year.
Ha 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 ha, loser!
Yeah, I was late to the game, I guess.
COD community kept me inspired.
Gross. Oh, goodness.
Not gross.
Goodness.
That's
Gross.
what made social media at that time for me worth being on.
That's true. That's true.
I had a lot of friends on there at the time. Anymore? Nah. I don't talk to anybody from the COD community. Like, ever.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, that ain't a thing. But yeah, social media now compared to way back when, it has its functions.
It's
like
the
everything
news.
is on. Yeah, it's so much easier to be able to just open some source of social media in the morning, middle of the day, before you go to bed, to catch up on what's happening in the world. Instead of having to watch the news, you know?
Which is crazy because, all of our childhood we were told not to believe anything on the internet. Not even to put our name. And that was like preached everywhere.
I mean, I understand not putting your name out there. For the longest time, like this podcast is the first time that I've ever, I mean, we've said our names, but first, last, everything. And this is the first time I've ever done that was this source of media. And
you're late to the party, brother.
Point, yeah, I know. You straight had it as your like display name on stuff.
Yeah, dude.
I was very, hesitant on doing that. Even when streaming, like I told people my name was Elijah, obviously, but
somebody tried to dox me one time.
Ooh, that's disgusting.
Failed miserably.
Wow. That's crazy. Don't do that.
But that was man, yeah, good times. Good times.
Yeah. And now you can go to prison for that. So yeah. Don't get caught,
Don't get caught. Hey,
don't get caught.
Get a VPN.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out Google for that. Google Fi? Or is it just the Pixel 7 got that VPN? It's Google Fi.
I think it is Google Fi because I used to have it. I don't anymore.
Google Fi. But yeah, no, social media is came a long way for sure. It has it, I've said it 5 times now. Has its functionality. It's tight. All right. You really think about social media back in the day, it was kind of farts,
Oh, dude, it was, yeah.
Beginning of the Facebook, farts. MySpace, when you really look back at it, you and your top 8, whatever it was, nobody cares.
I like Tom, but man,
I removed him every time I got on MySpace.
Why do you?
I unfriended him every single time.
Why was his picture that? I don't know. I hated that picture. It haunts my dreams.
It reminds me of that picture that's used for the Russian sleep experiment. You know what I'm talking about?
Dude, why'd you have to say that? That scrawny beast?
Yeah.
Hunched over its knees, dude.
Yeah. That's Tom.
That's Tom now. That's just Tom the photos aged.
Yeah, that's it. That's all it is. Goodness. But very interesting. Pretty tight. In other news, all right? In other news, listen, we're nerds here, right, Jacob?
Oh,
we're nerds. And we talked about the Lord of the Rings before the podcast. And listen, people, listen.
I'm listening.
Open your ears.
Open them.
Jacob and I we grew up with the Lord of the Rings. I haven't read the books.
Dude.
Don't kill me.
Honestly, at this point, you don't even have the right to talk about what you're going to talk about.
Listen, I do because it's not the books, all right?
Listen.
In New Orleans, there is, it's like a Comic-Con. People used to call it Comic-Con. I don't know if it ever had that title. And now, at one point, it was called WizardCon. And now it's called Fan Expo. All right? In January, listen. The Hobbits are coming to New Orleans.
Dude, I'm so jealous.
Listen.
I'm so jealous.
I can't listen. All right. We're talking Sean Astin, Elijah Wood,
Hocus Pocus who?
Billy Boyd, and Dominic Monaghan. All right. They are coming to New Orleans. And if you think I'm missing going to see them, you're wrong.
We wouldn't be related anymore. I think.
You're wrong.
I just wouldn't talk to you anymore. Podcast over.
Quite literally. I have been listening to podcasts for a couple years, and the idea has never came to me to ever want to start my own podcast until
the Friendship Onion.
Until the Friendship Onion,
dude, love the Friendship Onion.
So having, I swear, I'm if it happens, and I get to meet Billy and Dom, I might cry.
Standing in a line in the rain 2.0.
Yeah. No, this is in a building, thank God.
You're lucky.
Yeah. So Listen, the Hobbits are coming to New Orleans, and I'm gonna McFrickin' lose it.
McFrickin'.
I'm so excited. So we missed.
Dude, you're gonna stare into Elijah Wood's deep blue eyes.
What do I say? If
Ask him if he wears wigs. No. Could you imagine? Don't. I'm sure he's been asked wigs? That a million times.
Of course. But it'd be corny to bring up the fact that our names are the same. But I don't know. That's wild to me.
I mean, you kind of have to. Because if you get his autograph,
there's no way I'm getting the autograph. You know how much it costs to take a picture?
Enough.
With the cast. With the cast. If you do all four, of them, 300.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gotta be a couple $100.
Autographs are like over $100. You can get a picture with Sean and Elijah, and it's like 180, and then Dom and Billy is 150. All right, and I think I'm shooting straight for the cast because I want to meet them all. But that's so. It's so like meeting the cast of Hocus Pocus was wild. All right, that in its own right, and the story behind it was bananas.
Yeah, but it's not.
No,
anywhere it's close to meeting the Hobbits.
Because I mean, they're such a staple in our lives. Like our dad was so. I'm gonna use the word obsessed with the Lord of the Rings. This man has like totes. This man has like almost every single original Lord of the Rings action figure. It just in totes.
He's got everything.
Still tons of them are open. Tons of them he has like multiples of the same one that are still in boxes. This man went to the movie theater when the movies were at in the theaters, and he got the displays from the movie theater.
Dude, I'm pretty sure those were lost in the Great Flood of 2016.
It's wild. Yeah, they were in the basement of our grandmother's house, and the basement flooded, and like a bunch of that stuff with like the
you used to have
at least
maps.
The stuff, all sorts of stuff. That stuff all got ruined, but to meet the cast of Hocus Pocus, and then to meet the Hobbits all in the same year? What a year.
You're never going to have something like that happen again.
Well, it's not the same year because it's January. But
that's true. That's true.
Listen, they didn't.
That's a good way to start
year.
The year.
Yeah, it's what a great way. We went to the con a couple of years ago, and so this was I'm trying to think of how to preface this. There was all right. You know who Raul Coley is?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Oh well, yeah. You haven't. No?
I don't know. I need a face.
My mind's blown.
I need a face.
Have you ever seen iZombie?
Maybe.
Oh wow. All right. So nope, nothing there. You haven't watched Bly Manor. You haven't watched Midnight Mass.
Does he have a slender face? Short curly hair, brown?
No, he has like a quiff.
Well, I don't know who he is.
You're lost right now. All right, so Raul Coley. He's actually a pretty big actor at this point in time because he's been starring in a bunch of Mike Flanagan's stuff.
Of course.
All right. And when we went to WizardCon, he had a booth there.
Oh yeah, I don't know who this guy is, man.
I'm mind blown, and he's a super nerd. This man, likes,
shouts out to him.
Yeah, likes Warhammer, video games. He's hilarious on Twitter. Jacob, you need to go look at his Twitter. He's hilarious.
I'm hilarious.
Dang. All right, so he needs to go look at your Twitter. My bad.
No, don't.
But yeah, he was at the con, and this was prior to him being big at all. So he had starred on iZombie at this point in time, and I think this was before iZombie ended. and he had a booth. We were walking around the center, and we saw his booth, and that was basically the only person that I cared about meeting. And at this point in time, I'm dirt poor. And so I was like, I'm not paying $50 to do any of this. And I almost felt bad with what I saw happening, I guess, at that point in time.
Oh?
I'm sitting there awkwardly, like Kristen and I are sitting there, and we're like just looking at him. All right. We're looking at him. We're from afar a little bit, and we were like talking about it. Like, all right, do we just bite the bullet, pay it, go meet him, whatever, get his autograph, take a picture, whatever. And he stands up. Nobody's at his booth. So he's just hanging out at his booth by himself. He's chilling, and he stood up. He walks across from his booth, and he just starts looking at action figures. At a booth across from him, and he's just like perusing as like his time slot he's supposed to be sitting at his booth, and nobody's at his booth. And I'm like, I can't do it now. I can't be that guy that's like, oh my goodness, yo, it's great to meet you. I'm not gonna pay you, but I'm gonna talk to you because you're not at your booth.
Maybe that's why he was doing it, dude. You never know.
I know, but I didn't have it in me because it was like a catch-22, you know? Like, I didn't want to be... He wasn't a big actor at that point.
Give him 25.
Give him 20.
So nice to meet you. Here's
I'll hit you with a 20 right quick.
Shake my hand.
I'll walk away. Shake my hand and I'll walk away. Yeah. So, like that, I have that memory of, like, seeing Raul Coley, and I don't think he's came back since, which sucks because at this point in time, if I had the opportunity...
He's never coming back either.
Yeah, it's New Orleans. But if I had the opportunity sometime in the future to, like if he came to a convention, I would love to tell him that story. Like I saw you just looking at action figures because nobody was at your booth, which made me actually feel bad, you know?
Yeah, dude.
And now you're like, you're this guy. Which is wild. Really cool. And I'm just kind of upset the fact that you don't know who he is.
Well, I know now, so...
You know what? Now, yeah, well, kind of. Yeah. Yep.
Now, if he comes to an expo in Detroit, I'm going to tell him the same story.
You suck. No. And then he comes here and I just don't know you told him the story. And then I tell him and he goes, this sounds very familiar, okay?
Like, you look like the dude.
You look like the guy.
Well, I met you before.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. No, that's very interesting. How did I, at this point in time, these topics are just like blending for me.
Dude, the Hobbits are coming to New Orleans.
Oh, that's what it was. The Hobbits are coming to New Orleans. That's tight, dude. I'm really excited. Yeah. In other great news, have you ever gone to a midnight release for a game?
Hey, man, don't be so quick to forget I got second in the Mario Kart tournament at the release of Advanced Warfare.
Oh, you were there. Yes. And I whiffed it.
Yeah.
In the tournament, I whiffed it. Everybody was counting on. All right, I've never at that point in time never played Mario Kart on. It was on the Wii U, right? I think it was.
I think so. Yeah, it wasn't the Wii. I know that.
Yeah,
we would have dominated.
Yeah. Never played it on the Wii U. Didn't at that point in time. Didn't even know how to drift in Mario Kart. And so I am driving like a grandma in Mario Kart against this person. Like there was a bracket, and at the very end of the race, I'm driving like a mama, all right? And one of the last like cubes, the item cubes, one of the last ones in the stage, I got a banana. And ain't nobody doing nothing with a banana in Mario Kart. And what did I do? Just a complete whiff. Went out on a limb, tossed the banana in front of me, stopped the guy I was actually racing against. Stopped him dead in his tracks, passed him up. Didn't know how to drift around a corner. He still beat me.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. That was such a fun release, though.
It was really cool. But so why I brought up this topic was this was a first for me. Talked about it. Was it last week or a couple weeks ago? Aries, the guy, his music I listened to.
Mm-hmm.
He did a premiere last night, and what did I do? I literally waited on his YouTube.
I mean, I don't
until it
blame you.
dropped.
I used to do that for Brockhampton all the time.
It was tight. That's what I was about to ask. Was like, have you ever experienced something like that?
Oh yeah. Oh
Tight.
yeah.
It was tight.
Lots of times. And when they did like their live performances, I'd sit in the queue and just wait.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But Aries released a song last night. Well, not last night now. So Friday. He released it Friday. Nope. Thursday. There we go. Thursday. Last yesterday, Thursday. And it's called Cabin Fever. And if you looking for some if you looking for some good music, go listen to Cabin Fever by Aries.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty
I listened to it earlier today.
Tight. I've been listening to it on repeat like all day.
I mean, it's good music.
You said you went to the fair this year, right? Right?
Yeah, I did once. I wanted to go more, but I just never got to get over there.
Listen, if the people listening, all right, fantasy stuff might not be your cup of tea, but at least the fairs that I've been to. So when I say the fair, we're talking about Renaissance fairs, okay? The fairs, I've only been to the one in Michigan and the one here it's in Hammond, Louisiana.
Oh man, that's a sick name.
Hammond.
Reminds me of the dude from How I Met Your Mother. Bryan Cranston played him. Hammond Druthers.
Druthers, yep. So only been to those two fairs, and every time.
Dude, side note.
What's up?
Lindsay, my girlfriend, has a friend who met him. Where in the town she went to college. He was just at like a Ruby Tuesdays.
Met who?
Bryan Cranston.
Oh, I was like, who are you talking? What?
Yeah.
At a Ruby Tuesday?
I think that's what it was, yeah. Or was it Red Robins? Odd. One of the two.
That's still very, just, all right.
Rad.
That's
anyways,
that's tight,
shout out Bryan Cranston.
He's, Walter White, tight. Malcolm in the Middle, tight.
Heisenberg.
But if you've never been to a Renaissance fair, it may not be your cup of tea. But if you're a nerd in any sort of way and you've never gone to a fair, I was very skeptical myself. But having gone, it's a great time.
It is a lot of fun. We were skeptical. Skeptical. Yeah, skeptical yes, for a number of years.
Yeah. And I am very happy that we went to the one in Michigan. The one in Michigan's like one of the biggest, at least in the U.S.
Really?
Oh yeah, you're talking, it's like top 5.
I mean, it's Michigan. What am I saying? All people do is get drunk there.
Yeah, that's a fact.
It's just the medieval faster horses.
That's a fact. And the reason I'm bringing this up is the time of year between like fall and winter. Okay,
winter's coming.
This is the Lord of the Rings time. Okay,
that and it's time to watch Game of Thrones. That's That's a good one to watch during the winter.
Yep.
Lord of the Rings, way better.
Oh, leagues.
Way better. Man, I might even watch Narnia before I watch Game of Thrones.
Ooh, I haven't watched Narnia in forever. Tight. You gonna watch the original or the remake?
What do you mean, the original or the remake?
I can't tell if you're being serious right now.
Did they make a remake of Narnia that I'm not aware of?
Oh no. I might have to end the podcast here.
Did they make another one?
Are you being serious?
How many Narnia movies are there? There's like 3.
Oh, wow. This is mind-boggling.
No, you're lying. Dude,
Sir.
You're lying Witch in the Wardrobe in me right now.
Hold the phone. All right, you might hear some clickety-clack from me because I got to Google this right quick.
There's only 3 or 4 Narnia movies, and they were never remade.
No. Oh, get out of here. The original Chronicles of Narnia.
Yeah.
Came out in 1979.
Well, that's not the one I watched, that's for sure.
Have you never seen it?
No.
There's no way.
Never.
Are you actually serious?
Man, I wouldn't be lying.
No, this is a cartoon. No, wait. I gotta find this.
See?
I gotta find it. 1988. It's 1988.
Man. I've seen Fiddler on the Roof before. I've seen the original
I'm Googling
Narnia.
really hard.
Is that what you're saying?
I lied. It was 1988. And I am... You've never... If I went and asked Riley right now, if I asked her, are you watching the original or the remake? She'd know what I'm... This was on BBC back in 1988.
All right. So I was born what year? All right, let's get this.
1999.
All right.
Dog, barely. By a 3-day stretch.
Now, okay, but hold on. Now, none of my siblings were born in the 80s. So why would I, being my child self in the early 2000s when a new Narnia movie came out, think I should watch the one from 1988?
There's just no way you've never seen this. Riley and I have seen this movie 50 times. I mean, technically it wasn't a movie.
Was it a cartoon?
No, it's live action.
No, I've never seen it. I've never seen it. I've never seen it.
I am so much...
Then it's your fault that I haven't seen it. It's your fault. If you've seen it 50 times.
I'll take the blame. Because, Jacob, we grew up at our grandparents, and tell me we didn't just watch old classic movies. All right?
You say that, but I brought up one classic movie, the Westing game, remember. And you just did not remember.
I still don't remember it. So...
So get out of here.
But
dude, what is that lion? What?
Yes!
I'm looking at the cover.
You got Mr. Tumnus in this? Slap-a-rooney.
Get out of here. I'm not watching that.
I can't. That movie is the sole reason that, like, as an adult I wanted to try Turkish Delight. What?
I just had Turkish Delight.
Banging. Rosewater? Delicious.
Nah, it's too much sugar.
Oh, maybe just the one you had. I don't know. The one I have was
I've had Turkish Delight a few times in my life.
I get it at World Market, and it's not sugary whatsoever. Like it at all.
I guess I'm hitting up the World Market.
Yeah, hitting up World Market. But I am so blown away at this. Like, actually, it's crazy because.
I don't recognize this at all.
Like, we were watching movies on Laserdisc. And half the people listening probably don't even know what that is.
Are you talking about those giant, they look like vinyls?
Giant DVDs, dude.
Yeah, they were straight up bigger than somebody's head. They were massive.
Like seeing Aslan just get murked by the witch in this movie is burned into my skull.
Yeah, I can't believe I haven't seen it. Maybe I have, and I've just decided not to keep it in my brain. I don't know. Man.
I gotta go back and watch this now.
I've lived a lot of life.
All right.
I've seen a lot of movies.
You're right. This is crazy. But back to what I was saying. All right. This time in the year is it's fantasy time for me. It's fantasy time.
Heck
I'm
yeah,
ready
man.
to play the Elder Scrolls games. I'm ready to watch The Lord of the Rings.
I'm ready to
go
play
to the fair.
Elder Scrolls all year, dude.
He said all year. This is that time of year for me. So if I know in Michigan the fair is happening. Here in Louisiana the fair is happening. So
the fair's not happening here.
I thought no, yeah. There's
fair ended.
have winter. You have winter right now. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
get out of here.
If you've never gone to a fair, do it. It's a lot of
time.
Fun. And the reason I wanted to talk about this is because Jacob is supposed to start playing Baldur's Gate 3 with us.
Hey, man.
And that is peak fantasy, like video game nerdism.
I don't know what I'm doing in that game.
It's D&D on the computer.
D&D. I'm
100%.
desperately trying to figure out what my goal is. I don't know. I just fought a group of goblins outside of like a city, and now I'm in the town behind a gate.
Wow, I know where you're at. Yeah. Yep.
But I've got a squad of 4, and I sent one person to my camp.
Dang.
And I killed one of those dudes.
Oh wait, you have a squad of 4. Wait.
I have a squad of 4, sent one to my camp.
Did you get hold the phone. You have a vampire in your squad?
No.
Dead silence. Jacob did not get like the peak character in Baldur's Gate 3.
Wait, hold on. There's a very good chance I have, but I have not done anything dialogue-wise with any of the characters. Also, probably don't have
His name's
him.
Astarion.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I got him. We're good.
Oh, I was about to poop.
I should have just started with that. I didn't know he was a vampire. Spoiler!
Time to end the podcast.
Killing me.
How did you not? He literally says it.
I haven't. No, he hasn't said that to me once.
In the first dialogue you have with him, he says he's a vampire.
And maybe depending on the choice you make, because he definitely didn't tell me he was a vampire.
10 out of 10. I might be ruining it. It's fine.
He wanted me to help him kill one of those little brains.
I might be ruining it.
And I said, nah. Do it yourself.
Okay. Do it yourself.
He tried to gut me.
Tight. Yeah. So Jacob's supposed to be joining us to play Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, whenever y'all let me know when you're playing.
Yeah. Well, I'm just now getting back into it. So yeah, we'll do it here soon. You've never played D&D, have you?
No, sir.
Listen.
I did just watch Dungeons & Dragons, the movie, though.
This is where this is all stemming from. We watched it last night.
That's a good movie.
I fell asleep like halfway through because
I did twice.
Are you like me? Are you like me when you watch movies?
Dude, I can't sit on a couch for more than 10 minutes without just not existing anymore.
So going to bed, I do this thing where like, all right, so let's say this is a prime example. Let's say we're watching The Lord of the Rings, all right? And we're watching the extended editions of said movies.
Uh-huh.
I will turn on let's start from the beginning. I'll turn on The Fellowship.
Yeah.
I'll get up to the point of we're in the middle of Bilbo's birthday and I'm out cold. It's over. And Kristen will watch the entire movie.
Dude.
All right? And listen, tomorrow night, I'm catching back up, dog. So I will bring it to the point in which I last left off. So let's say Bilbo's party. And
dude, you make it to the Black Rider chase, don't you? And then it's over. It's literally like 15, 20 minutes.
Hobbits are now taking a tumble off of Farmer Maggot's cliff, all right? Out cold.
Man.
What happens? Kristen watches the entire movie again. And this will be on repeat until we finish the Lord of the Rings
That's
series.
torture. That's torture. You should watch them during the earlier hours of the day, or like
it makes sense.
Not really late, because my issue is that we'll watch movies at like 11 p.m. and by midnight I'm out.
Well, yeah. Well, and that's what I'm saying. That's exactly it. But you're getting 15-minute stints with me. 20 minutes tops.
Yeah. What was it? Just the other, you told me to watch Haunted Mansion?
Yeah.
I made it like 20 minutes in.
What movie?
Haunted Mansion?
Oh, yeah.
I made it like 20 minutes in.
Minutes. Like, a prime example of this happening for me is, so I've done it with the Harry Potter series, and that's 8 movies long.
Dude.
and specifically, for some reason, I can never make it through, what's the 4th movie? The Goblet of Fire. Dude. I can never make it through. And for like, I'm serious. Like for 4 days in a row, I would fall asleep and Kristen watched the entire movie. And then like it'd be like the 5th day. This happened. Kristen was like, we're going to bed. And she's like, I swear, if you make me watch Cedric Diggory die one more time, I'm breaking up with you.
My boy!
It's terrible. Yeah, I'm really bad at that. Yeah. It's great.
I quote that scene all the time. Oh my gosh. I'll just be sitting here sometimes and just, my boy!
My boy!
My son!
My boy! Yeah.
Oh man. Great movie though. That was the only Harry Potter. No, that's not true. That was the first one I saw in theaters.
I saw most of them in theaters just because Gran took Riley and I, and then you happened. No,
yeah. Totally makes sense.
Yeah.
Then y'all got to go to Disney without me.
I was like 4.
Yeah, I know. I was like still becoming conscious.
Yeah, I was like, you couldn't even think,
dude.
Yeah. So, I don't even know. Once again, don't know how I ended up back here, but that happened.
It's Baldur's the season Gate. To watch Lord of the Rings and play Baldur's Gate.
It's the season to be a nerd. 'Tis the season to be a nerd. Get
Winter
out there.
games. List them.
Listen.
What you got?
Winter games? All right.
Give me your top 5.
Silent Hill 1, Silent Hill 2, Silent Hill 3, Silent Hill 4, Silent Hill Homecoming. Can I keep going? I almost replay through the entire Silent Hill series this time of year, every year. I will so like I'll come home from work and I'll play through one of them like in one sitting. And I will do that on repeat for like a week. When I had COVID, that is what I did through COVID. I played Silent Hill.
You know why you got COVID?
I got COVID twice.
You are weak.
Did I tell you about this? First time I got COVID was after a hurricane happened.
Oh, dude.
I was dying for a week. Like, bro, you try being in 90-degree weather inside. Well,
yummy.
You are crisping. Your brain is just frying, you know? It was great. It was fine. The second time having COVID was a breeze. I got to sit home for a week and play Silent Hill. I was a happy boy.
My first time getting COVID never happened. Guess who only got one COVID shot?
Dang. Yes, indeed. And I got the booster.
I got half a COVID shot because work was going to make me get both.
What did you just say? Half?
I got half.
Oh, you didn't get the okay. You got the Moderna or the Pfizer then, right?
I got the Pfizer. I was supposed to get 2 shots. I got my first one. I ended up leaving the hometown. Never got the second one.
Nice.
But also, never got COVID.
Sucks to be me, dog.
Dude,
I have a weakened immune system, so kiss my buns.
Who do you think I am? Do you know who you're talking to?
I have a literal ailment. What do you mean?
I have been sick my whole life, brother.
Well, no. I
came out the womb and the doctor looked at mom and dad and said, that's it. He's just sick with it.
He's just sick with it. He's just sick with it.
And ever since, man, I've had a stuffy nose.
But realistically, all right, going back to the topic of top winter games, I'm definitely throwing Skyrim in there. I'm sorry. I gotta.
Yeah.
Skyrim is one of those, like, you can bundle up. Especially, I mean, for here, it's a little different than it was back home. Because during winter, Dad's house didn't have heat.
You were a Viking. You were straight up were a Viking.
Yeah, and so it's sitting on the couch, bundled up in blankets, playing Skyrim or the Dark Souls series. Dark Souls for me, that is this time of year is Dark Souls like prime time. I already said Silent Hill. Let's see. I really can't think.
My go-to because we got it on Christmas in 2009, Oblivion on the PS3. We got it for Christmas.
Bangers and mash.
That is a winter game. And then, of course, Skyrim, because I could spend all of winter playing it. All of winter. I have, and I'll continue to do so. Starfield, who?
Dang. Yeah, you're right.
Don't know him.
You're right, though. I'm trying to think of...
Starfield's not even in the running for Game of the Year.
What are these cozy games? Yeah, you're right. Alan Wake 2 is, though. So
Alan Wake 2 is going to win.
No. I don't think it'll win.
Why?
But
why?
What's the other game?
Baldur's Gate?
Baldur's Gate's going to win. Like, it's not even... I'm sorry.
I don't think it will.
It will. Landslide.
I don't think it will.
It is already... At the Golden Joystick Awards, it won like 5 awards.
I totally understand.
They gave it.
I totally
understand. At the
understand.
Golden Joystick, they gave it Game of the Year.
Yeah, but
it's happening.
I don't know.
Jacob.
The reason I say this... No. The reason I say this... Listen.
Yes.
Every year, the Game of the Year award goes to a narrative-driven game.
What do you think Baldur's Gate is?
God of War. It's not. God of War would not have won had it not have been narrative-based.
Jacob.
I can't play God of War. It sucks so much. Dang. I can't play it. It is literally Batman with an over-the-shoulder camera.
Jinkies. I'm talking about Baldur's Gate here, dude.
I understand, but I'm so passionate about this. Baldur's Gate is not for everyone.
Oh no. I won't disagree with you there. But it is.
Anybody could pick up a controller and play Alan Wake and be like, wow, this is crazy. This is unbelievable.
That's strictly for people that like scary games, though.
It's
Baldur's Gate is the whole point is it has scary moments.
Dude,
it
Last of Us won Game of the Year.
Moments. Last year?
No, but it has one Game of the Year. And that's a horror-based game. I'm just saying.
But Baldur's Gate is narrative-based. That's the whole thing. There's so much story.
If Baldur's Gate wins, I will buy it 3 times and play it on each account I buy it on.
Listen, you heard it here first, folks. Jacob said if Baldur's Gate wins Game of the Year, he's buying it 3 times.
I will.
You made a mistake.
I didn't. I know what I have utmost confidence.
So you have what are the other like forerunners with Baldur's Gate then? You have
I mean don't even know.
Spider-Man?
Not gonna win.
You have the remake of Resident Evil 4. It's not gonna beat Baldur's Gate.
No.
You have Alan Wake 2.
My thing is, if Resident Evil 4 wins, please, Lord, don't let it happen. We are going to get so many video game remakes that are going to suck.
100%. That's opening the floodgates.
It's going to be
like,
Marvel's, Avengers, all over again, dude.
Oh no!
But video game edition. It's going to be every game is going to be like the Gollum game.
Oh no! He says like the Gollum game. No, so if I'm being honest with you, I think the only game that has a strong competition against Baldur's Gate is Alan Wake 2.
Not Tears of the Kingdom?
Oh, did that come out this year?
Yeah, that's in runner. It's Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and Tears of the Kingdom. The 2 Nintendo games aren't... I don't think it'll happen.
The reason I say Tears of the Kingdom won't...
came out too early.
It came out too early, and it's really not talked about anymore. Like, still an absolutely just mind-melting game from Nintendo. I love it. It's the Legend of Zelda, so it's fantastic. But I do think it is kind of... Don't get me wrong, I'm a huge fan of Alan Wake. I'm so excited to play Alan Wake 2. I'm trying to avoid everything about it. I'm a super huge fan of Remedy as a whole with man, they did Quantum Break, right? They did Quantum Break, I think.
I don't know.
Control, you got the Alan Wake games, you have Max Payne. Remedy's done great stuff. But Alan Wake 2 made it right in that release window to put them in the running for 2023, which it is a super talked about game right now, because it just came out. So leading into...
But it's ratings, dude.
Look at Baldur's Gate! It's like perfect across the board!
But
literally perfect
is not everybody can play click games.
That's true.
Nobody wants to play. It's on consoles, and I'm pretty sure you have to function the exact same way you do on PC.
Is it on console?
I'm pretty sure, and if it's not, there's absolutely no way they get Game of the Year.
Yeah, fair point. I mean, yeah, because they're leaving it up to the... Let's see. Baldur's Gate 3... What was I looking up? Platforms? Okay, yeah, it came out on everything. On Steam has a 10 out of 10. Google reviews are 93%. Dog. It has a 10 out of 10 on Steam.
Oh no, I'm looking at the reviews.
Dog.
I'm gonna have to buy it 3 times.
360,000 reviews on Steam alone with a perfect rating. I don't think you're comprehending how.
Let's cut out everything.
He's like, backtrack.
Let's cut out everything. But
Jacob.
Again, my point though is that I still think Game of the Year is more likely to go to a game that is not so open.
I do understand that.
The people like Rockstar Games. The people like The Last of Us. The people like GTA. The people like Red Dead Redemption. The people like stories that, whether they like it or not, they don't really have much decision throughout the entire game. If you look at Game of the Year winners, they are all the same. They're all one-path games. Every Rockstar game is linear.
I was gonna say they're all linear,
and
that I can say.
Baldur's Gate is not.
It's not. But there's one very big thing you have to take into consideration here. Yes, nerds. Starfield has quote unquote been in development for the past 20 years.
Oh, that's a big lie.
Quote unquote.
That's as true as Assassin's Creed going back to its roots.
Baldur's Gate 3 has actually been in development for 20 years. Actually,
because the second one came out ages ago.
I don't even think it was in the 2000s. Jacob, I'm pretty sure.
I'm not surprised. I mean, it's a cool game, and the more I've played it, the more I've enjoyed it. But that's one of the few games that I've opened up and closed like within 30 minutes.
Yeah, I think once you start playing with us, you'll have a great time. But
dude,
I that's what I was trying to say is I don't think you understand how like Jacob. This game, when I say perfect reviews across the board, that was the perfect example. I have never seen a game on Steam have 360,000 reviews with a literal, I'm not being facetious, a literal perfect score. You have 400,000 people reviewing this thing saying it is perfect.
Okay, I get that, but hear me out. Hear me out.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk also has almost 600,000 reviews and it's a 9 out of 10. And that game came back from literally 1 out of 10.
That's true. It did. I will say
Steam reviews mean nothing to me.
That's true. That is true.
And like I'm saying, again, I'm just an honest player. And I opened the game and closed it after I made my character.
Yeah. I mean, Baldur's Gate is a lot to take in.
If I have to play with people to enjoy it more, that's not a game of the year.
I was going to say that I could see that as being...
That's like saying Diablo 4 should be game of the year.
Yeah. But that's what... So out of the contenders, to me, like exactly like we were saying, is that Alan Wake 2 is pretty much the only real competition Baldur's Gate will have.
And I'm passionate about it winning, even though I haven't played it. I haven't touched it, haven't bought it, haven't even really looked at gameplay for it, but I guarantee it wins. I'm still holding my ground. I'm holding my ground.
Dang.
If it wins, I will never play it.
Dang. Are you saying Alan Wake?
Yeah. Yeah. If Alan Wake wins, I'm never buying it. Because I don't need to know it's a good game. I don't need to play it to know it's a good game. I just already know.
That's a terrible outlook. Like, screw it. I don't need to play this great game. It's fine. Everybody has already told me it's great, so I'm going to leave it at that.
Dude, I'm sure Disney is fantastic. But I'm not going.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, that's perfect. But, so, you know, that wasn't even something that I thought about bringing up as Game of the Year. Game of the Game Awards. That it's right around the corner. It's happening next month, obviously.
And Rockstar is going to announce GTA, and nobody's going to care about a single thing that happens other than that. Because Rockstar is on the board of the Game of the Year awards. Let's be honest. They're making their announcement early next month.
I think it'll... Well, yeah.
When did they announce GTA 4? I'm pretty sure it was also at the Game of the Year awards.
I don't know. Jacob, that's a long time ago.
But I'm gonna find out.
No, yeah, the Game Awards are right around the corner, so that's actually really exciting. I'm excited to watch that. Watch it every year. All of that stuff. E3, growing up.
Oh man,
I remember turning on
to E3.
I remember turning on G4. You know,
Adam Sessler.
And watching Adam Sessler, Morgan Webb, what is it? Olivia Munn. I saw Morgan Webb at PAX East in 2017.
Dude. Telling me about that.
And I caught a glimpse of her, and I was like, that person looks familiar. It looked familiar. And then I looked back, and it was 100% Morgan Webb, and I was like, what?
I would have to say hi only to make myself and my inner kid feel good.
Couldn't, but lost her in the crowd. Met Tim the Tatman though, so that was tight. Saw Morgan Webb there. Yeah, dude. No. Rest in peace, G4. They even tried to make a comeback.
Yeah,
they just threw it in the dirt. Thanks. Thanks.
I don't even know what happened. It was because of the way they did it.
Yeah, 100%. And then the people that they got to host the different shows just went straight into the dumpster.
And now they're all in OTK.
Yeah. But no, rest in peace, G4. Rest in peace, a lot of gaming entertainment for sure.
Dude, there was some solid stuff on the gaming channel back in the day. I don't even... Was it G4? Was that what the channel was called?
Yeah, G4, yeah.
Oh, man.
I mean, gaming today, it's bigger than it has ever been. Ever. And it's only going to keep getting bigger.
It used to feel so much bigger growing up. With G4, video games felt like every time a video game was coming out, it was like red carpet movie premiere.
Yeah.
For some reason.
For real. And now you're just expecting certain stuff now.
Yeah. Now I'm like, man, Starfield sucked.
Dang.
No, it didn't suck. But I played through it and I haven't touched it since. So
I haven't touched it weeks. Yeah.
If I don't go back to it, it's not going to beat Skyrim.
Oh yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of things from our childhood when it comes to gaming that I remember. So it basically was the start. Our childhood was the start of the competitive gaming scene. And I'm not talking the, Optic, Phase, the Counter-Strike stuff.
G4 or G4, yeah. Gears.
G4.
Gears of War.
All right. So on G4, they actually hosted Halo tournaments.
Yeah.
What happened with that?
Oh, those were so good.
gaming was just in a different place. Like I remember playing the PS2 and uh our dad coming home with like the magazines, and they'd have demo discs in them. He still has the demo disc, or one of us do.
We have like 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah. And that doesn't happen anymore. Like, and I remember, like, there's games where I'll be watching
Solid.
Yeah. Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 3. But there's like not games. I'll be watching stuff on YouTube about like retro games, all right? And quote unquote retro. It's a lot of PS2 era games. And all of a sudden, like, a certain game will pop up, or like the PS2 Xbox era, and a certain game will be shown, and like I see it and I'm like, wow, I played that on a demo disc, and I knew at that point in time when I was a kid that I wanted to play that game, and I never could remember what the name of it is. And now I know. Yeah. So that's wild. It was a different place, but like I said, it was. Gaming today, it's bigger than it's ever been. So I can't be mad about it.
I'm a little mad because we used to get so many good one-off games.
Oh, for sure.
Like, so many good one-off games, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now they just take 6 years plus
to make a doo-doo game.
And with it never looks very different from their last thing.
No.
Unless, Baldur's Gate 3.
You get Gollum.
Or yeah, you get if you rush a game, it looks like an Android app. And if you take too long, it either is really bad.
You can't say that anymore.
Fantastic. What do you mean?
Resident Evil 8 just got released on iOS, dude. Resident Evil 8. Resident Evil 8 is playable on iPhones and the iPad. How?
That's where we're at right now.
Resident Evil 8.
Dude, and we still don't have GTA 4 on PC, or on Red Dead 1 on PC?
Nope, and it'll never happen.
It'll never happen.
Yep. Wild. Like I said, gaming's bigger than it ever has been. So, I like video games. I'm excited for
I'm in a weird spot right now where I just don't know what to play.
Baldur's Gate, bro.
And that's why I started playing that. Because I'm out of options.
Go mod yourself a PS2, I'm telling you.
I thought about modding Skyrim again.
Of course you did! The amount of times that you've brought up talking about the list for Skyrim, and then he ends it with, yeah, I thought about modding Skyrim again. Yeah.
It's so good, dude. If you have a computer that can just run mods, do it. It's not hard.
That's one of the biggest game changers for me. I think that time period from so I went from playing the 360, played a little bit on the Xbox One, not a whole lot, because right around the time the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 came out, I had my first computer that I could play games on, and console pretty much went out the window for me. That was when I started streaming, and that kind of the only console I touch anymore is my PS2, which I haven't. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. Switch. I play my Switch. My Switch, and then right here. Wait, you can hear it. I'm gonna move some stuff around. So this thing has not moved. This is the first time I've moved it in 2 years.
360.
Listen, dude. That's my Big Bertha. It's my 360. It sits by my computer at all points in time.
You're gonna turn that thing on one day. It's gonna get a red ring instantly.
Oh yeah, it's just straight. It's not gonna boot. I have a Gamma Labs sticker on it.
I have a control. My Xbox.
No, it's not. I bought this on eBay. Get out of here, dog.
Wait, dude. Where's my Xbox?
Don't ask me.
I had a Gamma Lab sticker on my Xbox,
and I have a Control Freak sticker on here as well. It's crazy. Oh my goodness! Looking at this is wild,
dude. No console has a better startup sound than the Xbox 360.
100%.
When you press that button,
100%.
Blink.
Yep. Oh my goodness. All right.
The glory days.
That's enough for me, Jacob.
We're getting old.
I'm sorry. We're getting old. We talked about a ton. We talked about a ton. We got through the list. We got through the list.
No, we didn't.
Well, there's like two things. There's like two things.
Well, we didn't make it through the whole list.
But get out of here.
Next time we will.
But yeah, next time.
Maybe.
But on that note, like I said prior to starting the podcast, Jacob, I am a dirty boy. So
I'm a dirty boy.
I got a shower.
SpongeBob quote.
And then I'm probably going to play some video games because I don't have to work tomorrow. So.
Same.
On that note, everybody, Jacob, do you have anything else you want to talk about? Anything else you want to say?
I don't think so, man. Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, dude! Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy birthday to our sister.
Oh yes, yeah. Happy birthday, Riley, and then happy birthday, Kristen. Kristen's birthday is Sunday.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, happy birthday, Kristen. Her birthday was yesterday.
Oh yeah, it was yesterday. Yeah. On that note,
hey, dude, I'll be 24 in a month.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
How old
I'm sorry.
do you feel?
Stop talking to me. Riley's 30. So, dude. You know, she did it.
We're getting old.
But it's a little side note. Jacob and I realized this last week, I believe it was, or like earlier on in the week. We have an episode coming out on Christmas Day.
Oh, yeah.
We are not avoiding that. We are going to have an episode releasing Christmas Day.
And we're going to sing Christmas carols for an hour.
I don't know if we can do that, but we'll see. We'll see what we can get away with.
The remix. We'll just throw DJ Khaled in every once in a while. Another one.
That's fine. That gets past the Creative Commons license, right?
All the instrumentals will just be me going, ooh.
Yeah. Oh. No, I'll wait until next week. It's because
it's too early.
On a rant.
I know what you're going to.
No, you're not. I want to talk about it right now. Just a real quick shout out to Andre 3K. Dropped an album today. Complete flute. Complete
Dude.
Album. Go listen to
so sick.
Andre 3000's debut album.
It's been 17 years.
Debut album. It's his first solo album. So go listen to that. On that note, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'm gonna try to do better on the social media stuff. So if you want to go check us out over there, it's at 2DOF separation across everything.
And you got through it quick that time.
I'm killing it this time.
Dude.
So that's across everything. Instagram, Facebook, the TikTok. Even though we don't put anything on TikTok, I want to start doing that.
Yeah, I got to learn how to make clips.
Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff that I need to do. So Twitter, whatever, X. So we're all over the place. So go check us out over there. Also, this is the first time saying this. If you like the podcast, give us what on Apple? It's like, give us 5 stars, dog.
Yeah, man. 5-star.
Rate us on these platforms. Do it up, dude.
Let us know what you think.
2 degrees of separation taking over the world. What can we do
to make it better?
Oh yeah,
give us some ideas. If you y'all listening or like, hey, y'all could do this to make the podcast better.
Yeah,
let us know.
And I definitely, if it doesn't happen by the end of the year, starting next year, definitely want to have some people on live with us to talk during the podcast. I think it would be a lot of fun, whether it's like the entire time, whether it's just a little segment.
That'd be
a lot
fun.
of stuff happening. I'm excited.
That'd be fun.
So, thank you guys so much for listening. Hope we didn't make your ears bleed too much talking about our nerdiness.
Alan Wake 2 is going to win Game of the Year.
Baldur's Gate 3 is going to win Game of the Year, but
I mean,
we'll see what happens. But that note, I got to go shower, dude. I'm disgusting. Thank you guys so much for listening. Happy Thanksgiving. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.